ಎಲ್ಲ ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳಿಗೆ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. Good morning to all my dear students. Today I will be continuing with session 13 and 14 of unit 3, that is methods of irrigation. In our previous session we discussed on different methods of surface irrigation and subsurface irrigation. In today's session we will be discussing on sprinkler irrigation and drip irrigation system. Okay, these are the topics covered. First I will be covering sprinkler irrigation and then I will be going for the drip irrigation. Now coming to sprinkler irrigation system. In this method, water is applied to irrigation land in the form of spray, that is through a network of pipes and pumps. Okay, in the form of spray ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ನೀರನ್ನ ಗಿಡಗಳಿಗೆ. ಸೊ ಗಿಡಗಳಿಗೆ ಸ್ಪ್ರೇ ಮಾಡೋ ಮೂಲಕ ನಾವು ನೀರನ್ನ ಗಿಡಗಳಿಗೆ ಹಾಯಿಸ್ತೀವಿ. This is also called micro irrigation. This system of irrigation is adopted for all types of soils. Any types of soils we can go for this type of irrigation, and different landforms and different slopes and also different topography. In any topography you can adopt this system, right? So different types of soils, different landforms, different slopes and different topography, this system can be adopted. And the sprinkler irrigation system consists of 4 important units. One is called the pumping unit, the main pipe, sub-main pipe and lateral pipe. These are the 4 types of units. Okay, the sprinkler irrigation system consists of 4 units. One is called the pumping unit, the main pipe, sub-main pipe and lateral pipe. This is the system which is adopted. You can see this is the pumping unit. This portion we call it as a pumping unit, where for doing the sprinkler, for working a sprinkler, some pressure of water is required. So the pressure of water, to give pressure to the water, we are going to provide pumps here. And the pumps provide suitable pressure for the water. We will be having the pressure gauge. Pressure gauge is provided to measure whether the required pressure is provided to the water or not. Okay, for working of sprinkler, for spraying the water, we require certain pressure. The pumps will provide the pressure to the water, and pressure gauges also we will be having, and also we will be provided with the filter unit. The filter unit helps in the filtering the water, because the sand particles and sediment particles should not be allowed to pass through the pipes. This leads to clogging of pipes. A pipes ಕ್ಲಾಗ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸ್ಯಾಂಡು ಸಿಲ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೋದರೆ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಒಂದು ಫಿಲ್ಟರ್ನ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ. ಒಂದು ಪಂಪ್ಸ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ನ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ ನೀರಿಗೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಗೇಜ್ ಅಂತ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಗೇಜು ಎಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ನೀರಲ್ಲಿ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಯಲಿಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ನೀರಲ್ಲಿ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಗೇಜನ್ನು ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಫಿಲ್ಟರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಫಿಲ್ಟರು ಸ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್, ಸೆಡಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ನ ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ದೆನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಎ ಮೇನ್ ಪೈಪ್. ದ ವಾಟರ್ ಫ್ಲೋಸ್ ಥ್ರೂ ದಿಸ್ ಮೇನ್ ಪೈಪ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಥ್ರೂ ದ ಲ್ಯಾಟ್ರಲ್ ಪೈಪ್ಸ್. ನೋಡಿ, ಒಂದು ಮೇನ್ ಪೈಪ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಆ ಮೇನ್ ಪೈಪ್ಗೆ ಲ್ಯಾಟ್ರಲ್ ಪೈಪ್ಸ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ನೋಡಿ ಹೀಗೆ, ಇದೊಂದು ಮೇನ್ ಪೈಪ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಈ ಮೇನ್ ಪೈಪ್ಗೆ 3 ಲ್ಯಾಟ್ರಲ್ ಪೈಪ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಮತ್ತು ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಲ್ಯಾಟ್ರಲ್ ಪೈಪ್ಸ್ಗೂ ಒಂದು ರೈಸರ್ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ. ನೋಡಿ, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಲ್ಯಾಟ್ರಲ್ ಪೈಪ್ಸು. ಈ ಲ್ಯಾಟ್ರಲ್ ಪೈಪ್ಸ್ಗೆ ರೈಸರ್ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಕ್ಲರ್ನ ಹಾಕ್ತೀವಿ. ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಕ್ಲರ್ ಹೆಡ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ದಿಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡೆಡ್ ಓವರ್ ದ ರೈಸರ್ಸ್, and this is the portion where the irrigation can be done. Whatever the sprinkler which we are going to provide, the sprinkler helps in. This is the sprinkler head that rotates, the sprinkler head rotates, and then the water will be sprayed in both the sides. Okay, so this is how the sprinkler system, irrigation system works. This is another view of sprinkler irrigation system. This we can see, this is the pressure gauge. This is the pump. This is a well through which the source of water. This is a well from where the water is provided, ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ವೆಲ್, ಒಂದು ಬಾವಿ ಇದೆ, ಬಾವಿನಲ್ಲಿ ನೀರನ್ನ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಪಂಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಲಿಫ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಪಂಪ್ಸ್ ಅಡಾಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಸೊ ವಿ ಪಂಪ್ ದ ವಾಟರ್ and this is a valve through which the sand separator hydrocyclone, this is the filter unit. Through this filter unit the water starts flowing here. This is a venturi meter which is used to find the discharge of water, and then the pressure gauge is used to find out the required pressure, and you have a sand filter here. This is the sand filter. The sand filter filters the water and then it flows through the screen filter. So the filtration unit, see here, one is the pumping unit, the pressure gauge, and then filter unit. These three should be provided initially itself, and then the water is made to flow through the main line, and this is the air valve. The air valve is provided to prevent the blockage of air in the pipes. Sometimes there is a chances of blockage of air. To prevent the blockage of air, we are going to put an air valve. This is the main line, this is the sub-main line. For this sub-main line, the lateral pipes are provided, right? And these are the risers. Next, this is a sprinkler irrigation system where the water is made to sprayed. This is the spraying of water. You can see these are the lateral pipes. The sprinklers are provided, jets are provided here. Here the sprinkler irrigation system have three different types. ಮೂರು ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಕ್ಲರ್ ಇರಿಗೇಷನ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಯಾವ್ದಾವುದಂದ್ರೆ the three systems are permanent system, semi permanent system and portable system. There are three systems of sprinkler irrigation. One is called permanent system, semi permanent system and portable system. Coming to permanent system, what is this permanent system? In permanent system, pipes are permanently buried in such a way that they do not interfere with farming operations. See, all the main pipe, sub-main pipes are buried inside the soil, right? And only risers are above. Here, the farming equipments, the farming operations will not be disturbed, and the pipes are not exposed outside, they are buried inside, and hence this system is called as permanent type system of sprinkler irrigation. Next system is semi permanent type system. In semi permanent type system, the main lines are buried in the ground, but the laterals are portable. See here, the main pipe is buried inside the ground, but the lateral pipes, whatever the lateral pipes which we have, these lateral pipes is movable, portable. We can lift these lateral pipes wherever it is required. We can shift it. ಅದನ್ನು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಕಾದರೂ ನಾವು ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು. ಅದರ ಮೇನ್ ಪೈಪ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ನೀರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಿಯಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಆದರೆ ಈ ಲ್ಯಾಟ್ರಲ್ ಪೈಪ್ಸ್ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಈ ಲ್ಯಾಟ್ರಲ್ ಪೈಪ್ಸ್ನ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಒಂದು ಪ್ಲೇಸಿಂದ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಗೆ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಇದನ್ನು ಸೆಮಿ ಪರ್ಮನೆಂಟ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಪೋರ್ಟಬಲ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪೋರ್ಟಬಲ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್? ಹಿಯರ್ ದ ಪೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಬರೀಡ್ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ದ ಸಾಯಿಲ್. ಬೋತ್ main pipe and lateral pipes are portable. It can be moved from one place to another place. These portable network of pipes may be moved from one farmland to another farmland also. We can move it, we can shift it from one place to another place. Hence, we call this system as portable system. You can see here, these are the portable units. This is the main pipe which is connected to the source. Okay, the water is flowing with high pressure, and this system can be made, it can be arranged in any of the farmland. We can shift the entire system. Hence, we call this system as portable system. This is another view of portable system. Now coming to forms of sprinklers. Whatever the sprinklers are there, no? Which are the three different forms of sprinklers? The three forms of sprinklers used are perforations on lateral pipes, On lateral pipes, we are going to make a perforations or holes we are going to make, that is called perforations on lateral pipes. Fixed nozzles on lateral pipes, they are going to fix the nozzle on the lateral pipes. And the third is rotating sprinkler. The sprinkler are made to rotate, right? These are the three forms of sprinklers used. Now coming to perforations on lateral pipes. What are these perforations on lateral pipes? In this system, lateral pipes are perforated. We are going to make holes on the lateral pipes. Water is pumped through main pipe, sub-main pipe and lateral pipe. Here, water rushes out through these perforations. Whatever the perforations which you are going to make on the lateral pipes, water rushes out through these perforations in the pipe under pressure. Water moves out under pressure and water flows out in the form of spray. Water sprays and the water spreads over the land. Okay, whatever the water which flows through the perforations, right, under pressure, it flows in the form of spray and spreads over the land and crop. This system is called as perforations on lateral pipes, right? This is a view of perforations on lateral pipes. These are the main pipes. These are the perforations made on the main pipe. When water is pumped, the water flows through these perforations in the form of jet. Either these perforations can be made on one side or these perforations can be made on either side. When these perforations are made on either side, the water flows through these perforations and wets the crop, wets the soil, and this water will be absorbed by plants. This system is called as perforations on lateral pipes. Next system is fixed nozzles on lateral pipes. In this system, we are going to fix the nozzle along the lateral pipes. What are these nozzles? How this nozzle will be? When water is allowed through under pressure through this network of pipes, the water comes out in the form of fountains through these nozzles. The nozzle is a smaller diameter end, right? Smaller diameter end. When water flows under pressure, the nozzle increases the velocity of water, right? As the dia increases, the velocity of flow increases. Because of this increase in velocity of flow, it spreads over the land surface. Water spreads over the land surface in the form of spray, right? Let us see how these nozzles are fixed. These are the lateral pipes, and over these lateral pipes we are going to put a risers. These are the risers over the lateral pipes, and at the top of the riser the sprinkler are provided. You can see these are the sprinklers which are provided over the top of the risers. These are the risers. These are the risers. These are the fixed nozzles. These are the fixed nozzles over the risers, over the lateral pipes. Next is rotating type of sprinkler, right? Which are the three types of sprinklers which we discussed. One is perforations on lateral pipes. Second is fixed nozzles on lateral pipes. These are fixed nozzles. And then rotating sprinkler system. In rotating sprinkler system, rotating heads, the rotating heads are mounted on the rising pipes. Rotating heads, the sprinkler is going to rotate. The jet is going to revolve. The jet comes out through the revolving sprinkler. The sprinkler will be rotated and the jet comes out through this revolving sprinkler with high force. The rotating head sprinklers are operated at high head level as well as low head level, right? As the arm rotates, the circular area is covered. As the sprinkler rotates, the circular area will be covered. This type of sprinklers we call it as rotating sprinkler system. These are the rotating sprinkler system. These are the rotating sprinkler system. Here the sprinklers are going to rotate about the central axis, right? So you can see here, these are the rotating sprinklers. Now, what are the conditions favoring adoption of sprinkler irrigation system. We have discussed on what is sprinkler irrigation system, which are the different methods of sprinkler irrigation system, and which are the different forms of sprinklers used. ಈ ಮೂರನ್ನು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಈಗ ಯಾವ ಕಂಡೀಷನಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಕ್ಲರ್ ಇರಿಗೇಷನ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ನ ಅಡಾಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಯಾವಾಗ ನಾವು ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಕ್ಲರ್ ಇರಿಗೇಷನ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ನ ಅಡಾಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? ವೆನ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಟೋಪೋಗ್ರಫಿ ಇಸ್ ಅನ್ಈವನ್. ನೋಡಿ, ಲ್ಯಾಂಡು ಫ್ಲ್ಯಾಟ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಇದ್ದರೆ, ಅನ್ಈವನ್ ಇದ್ದರೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಫ್ಲೋ ಇರಿಗೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಟೋಪೋಗ್ರಫಿ ಈಸ್ ಅನ್ಈವನ್, ವಿ ಕಾಂಟ್ ಡು ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಇರಿಗೇಷನ್. Hence, in such places, we can adopt sprinkler irrigation method. Sometimes, when land topography is steep, if you have a steep land, if you do surface irrigation, soil erosion will be more. Soil erosion ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾವಾಗ ಸ್ಟೀಪ್ ಟೆರೈನ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ, ಸ್ಲೋಪ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದ್ದಾಗ, ನೀರನ್ನ ನೀವು ಅಲೋ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ವಾಟರ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆದಾಗ ಟಾಪ್ ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಎರೋಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಇರಿಗೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಅಟ್ ದಟ್ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗೋ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಕ್ಲರ್ ಇರಿಗೇಷನ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್. ದ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆನ್ ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಈಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮ್ಲಿ ಪರ್ಮಿಯಬಲ್ and also when soil is highly impermeable. What is this? Extremely permeable. Say, the soil, if it is extremely permeable, if you apply water on the soil, it won't stay in the root zone. Whatever the root zone is the one which requires water. The water will not stay in that root zone, it infiltrates inside. So, in such situation, sprinkler system is good system. You can apply water whenever it is required. Right? So, surface irrigation cannot be adopted if it is extremely impermeable. If soil is highly impermeable, see, ತುಂಬಾ impermeable ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ನೀರು ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಗೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಒಳಗಡೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಅಂಥ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲೂ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಇರಿಗೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ ನಾವು. ದೆನ್ ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಕ್ಲರ್ ಇರಿಗೇಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್. So, when we are going to adopt the sprinkler irrigation system, when soil is extremely permeable and also when soil is highly impermeable, this system can be adopted. When water table is high, ನೋಡಿ, ವಾಟರ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ತುಂಬ ಮೇಲಿದ್ದಾಗ ಅವಾಗೂ ಸಹ ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಕ್ಲರ್ ಇರಿಗೇಷನ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ನ ಅಡಾಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಇರಿಗೇಷನ್ ಅಡಾಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸೊ ವಾಟರ್ ಲಾಗಿಂಗ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ವಾಟರ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮೇಲಿದ್ದಾಗ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಇರಿಗೇಷನ್ ಅಡಾಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ವಾಟರ್ ಲಾಗಿಂಗ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಟ್ಸ್ನ ಕಲ್ಟಿವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಆವಾಗ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಕ್ಲರ್ ಇರಿಗೇಷನ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ನ ಅಡಾಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ದೆನ್ ವೆನ್ ದೆರ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಶಾರ್ಟೇಜ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಟರ್, ನೋಡಿ, ನೀರು ಶಾರ್ಟೇಜ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ, ನೀರು ಅವೈಲಬಿಲಿಟಿ ತುಂಬ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇದ್ದಾಗ, ಕೆಲವು ರೀಜನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇವನ್ ದೋ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಡ್ರಿಲ್ ಅಪ್ ಟು 300 meter, 400 meter, 500 meter, we won't get water. Right? So water is very scarce resource in such situations. Wherever we find very less quantity of water availability, then we can go for this type of sprinkler irrigation system. Now coming to advantages of sprinkler irrigation method. What are the advantages of this system? ಅಡ್ವಾಂಟೇಜಸ್ ಏನೇನು, ಉಪಯೋಗ ಏನೇನು ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಕ್ಲರ್ ಇರಿಗೇಷನ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಇಂದ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ಸೀಪೇಜ್ ಲಾಸಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಅಕರ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಅರ್ಧನ್ ಕ್ಯಾನಲ್ ಈಸ್ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ಡ್. ನೋಡಿ, ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಈ ಕಾಲುವೆ ಮೂಲಕ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಇರಿಗೇಷನಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಕಾಲುವೆ ಮೂಲಕ ನೀರನ್ನ ಹರಿಸ್ತೀವಿ. ಕಾಲುವೆ ಮೂಲಕ ನಾವು ನೀರನ್ನ ಹರಿಸಿದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ನೀರು ಸೀಪೇಜ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಭೂಮಿ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಕೆನಾಲ್ ಬೆಡ್ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಕೆನಾಲ್ ಬೆಡ್ಡಿಂದ ನೀರು ಸೀಪೇಜ್ ಆಗಿ ವಾಟರ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Now, if you adopt the sprinkler irrigation system, we can avoid these losses. Seepage losses is reduced. And land leveling is not required and thus avoids removal of topsoil. Land level ಮಾಡೋ ನೆಸಿಟಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ಹೋಗಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಟಾಪ್ ಸಾಯಿಲ್ನ ರಿಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಟಾಪ್ ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಕಲ್ಟಿವೇಷನ್ ಏರಿಯಾ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಫರೋಸ್. ನೋಡಿ, ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಇರಿಗೇಷನ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ, ಫರೋಸು, ಲೆವೀಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. ಫರೋಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಚಾನಲ್ಸ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಥಿಂಗ್. ಓಕೆ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲೆವೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಬಂಡ್ಸ್. ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಡಿವೈಡ್ ದ ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಇಂಟು ಫರೋಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲೆವೀಸ್. ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಡಿವೈಡ್ ದ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ into different strips by this furrows and levees. If you adopt sprinkler irrigation system, this area we need not want this furrows area and levees area. So more area can be cultivated. And fertilizers can be uniformly applied since the water is mixed with, since they are mixed with water. Fertilizers are mixed with water. When you apply these fertilizers on the land, right? So you can uniformly apply these fertilizers. And this system prevents waterlogging and leaching down salts. And it leaches down the salts. What is this prevents waterlogging? So when you adopt surface irrigation method, the water will be logged on the surface. Because of water logging on the surface, there will be salts will start coming up. This we call it as leaching of salts. If you adopt sprinkler irrigation system, water logging is reduced and salts will be made to move downwards. So that when salt is made to move downward direction, the soil fertility can be improved at the top. And labor requirement is less in this case. This is another advantage of sprinkler irrigation system. We require less labor. It controls soil erosion and maintains fertility of soil. Soil erosion is reduced, right? Okay. And when soil erosion is reduced, fertility is maintained. Uniform application of water is possible in this case. And more area can be irrigated. Irrigated area can be increased because we are utilizing water in a better way, right? Duty can be increased. More area can be brought under irrigation if you adopt this system. These are the advantages of sprinkler irrigation system. Now coming to disadvantages of sprinkler irrigation system. There are certain disadvantages are there. What are the disadvantages of sprinkler irrigation system? Here in sprinkler irrigation system, high wind may disturb or distort the sprinkler pattern. ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಕ್ಲರ್ ಇರಿಗೇಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ವಾಟರ್ ಸ್ಪ್ರೇ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸ್ಪ್ರೇ ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಜೋರಾಗಿ ಗಾಳಿ ಬೀಸಿದಾಗ ಆ ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಕ್ಲರ್ ಪ್ಯಾಟ್ರನ್ನೇ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು. ಏನು ರೊಟೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಆ ರೊಟೇಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಗಾಳಿ ಬಂದಾಗ ಆ ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಕ್ಲರ್ ಪ್ಯಾಟ್ರನ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿ ಕ್ರಾಪ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ನೀರು ಸಿಗದೇ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಸೂಟಬಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ಕ್ರಾಪ್ಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆಂಟ್ ವಾಟರಿಂಗ್. ತುಂಬ ನೀರು ಬೇಕಾಗಿರುವಂಥ ಗಿಡಗಳಿಗೆ, ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ನೀರು ಬೇಕಾಗುವಂಥ ಬೆಳೆಗಳಿಗೆ ಇದನ್ನು ಅಡಾಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ರೈಸ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ರೈಸ್ಗೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ನೀರು ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಕ್ಲರ್ ಇರಿಗೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಹೈ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಸ್ ಹೈ ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕಲ್ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಸ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಆ ಪೈಪ್ಸ್ನ ಲೇ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಪೈಪ್ಸು ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಕ್ಲರ್ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ದ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹೈ. ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಹೈ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹೆನ್ಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಸ್ ಹೈ ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕಲ್ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಸ್. ಫೋರ್ತ್ ಈಸ್ ಸ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸಿಲ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರೀ ವಾಟರ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್. ನೋಡಿ, ನೀವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಇರಬಾರ್ದು ನೀರಲ್ಲಿ, ಸಿಲ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರೀ ಇರಬೇಕು ನೀರು, ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ನೀರು ಇರಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲದೇ ಇದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಈ ಪೈಪ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಪೈಪ್ಸು ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಕ್ಲರ್ಸು ಎಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಲಾಗಿಂಗ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಸ್ ಲಾರ್ಜ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಪವರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಪವರ್ ಈಸ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಡ್, ರೈಟ್? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಪವರ್, right? So cost is high, irrigation cost will be high, and electric power is not uniform throughout the day. The supply is not uniform throughout the day. In some part of the day there won't be any power. When there is no electric power during certain part of the day, you can't use the sprinkler irrigation system, right? That is another disadvantage. It is entirely dependent on electric power. Hence, when there is no power, the irrigation cannot be practiced. And last point is constant water supply is needed. There is no fluctuation in water supply. Constantly we require the water, right? These are the disadvantages of sprinkler irrigation system. High wind may disturb the sprinkler pattern. not suitable for crops which require more quantity of water. Initial cost is high and it requires high technical skills. Water quality should be good. Sand and silt free water should be used. It requires large electric power and constant water supply is needed. These are the disadvantages of sprinkler irrigation method. Right? Now we have discussed the sprinkler irrigation. What is sprinkler irrigation? Which are the layout of sprinkler irrigation system we discussed. Then we discussed different methods of sprinkler irrigation system, different forms of sprinklers. Then we discussed on the suitability. So when the sprinkler irrigation system can be adopted, its advantages and disadvantages. We have discussed about this sprinkler irrigation system. Next we will move on to drip irrigation system. What is this drip irrigation system? In drip irrigation system, water is slowly and directly applied to the root zone of plants. Wherever we find the root zone, at that root zone of the plants, we are going to apply water, right? In the form of drip, drop by drop, we are going to apply water at the root zone of plants. And if you apply water at the root zone of plants, we minimize the evaporation loss and percolation loss. Evaporation and percolation loss can be minimized, right, by adopting this drip irrigation system. So here water is slowly and directly applied to the root zone of plants, right? This we call it as drip irrigation system. Now coming to the components of drip irrigation system, which are the different components here in drip irrigation system. So one is head, mains, submains, laterals and drip nozzle. Nodi yavudadu head, mains, submains, laterals and drip nozzles. This is the layout of drip irrigation system. You can see here head. Here also the head consists of pumps and motors. This is a storage tank. Whatever the water which is present in storage tank, this is lifted by means of a pump and motor, and then it is made to flow through the fertilization tank, filtration unit. Here the water gets filtered. Whenever sand and silt is present, the sand and silt is removed, and then water is made to flow through the submain pipe. This is the main pipe, this is the main line, this is submain line, these are the lateral pipes. You can see these are the lateral pipes. At each lateral pipes, we are going to provide these emitters or drips. Okay, so drip nozzle, we call it as drip nozzle. The drip nozzle is connected to the lateral pipes, and at each drip nozzle the plantation will be done. The plants will be grown at the drip nozzle, right? Wherever plants we are provided, we are going to adopt this drip nozzles. So which are the pipes here? One is the main pipe, the submain pipe and lateral pipes. And to each lateral pipes at different locations, we are going to provide the drip nozzles. Here also we have the pumping unit, the filter unit, fertilization tank, right? Fertilization tank, fertilizers, application of fertilizers, and we have water meter also here. These water meters regulates or measures the how much quantity of water we have supplied to the field. It's a view of another view of the drip irrigation system, right? Here these are the main pipe, submain pipe, and these are the lateral pipes. At each of these lateral pipes, we are going to provide the drip nozzles. These are the drip nozzles which are provided at each and every plants. This is another view. This is a tank, right? It is raised. The tank is raised up to certain height. Here valve is provided. The filter unit you have. This is the tube, and this is the sub-main pipe, and the drip irrigation is practiced. The head is the height of tank. The tank is raised at certain height. Because of this head of tank, the water is made to flow through these pipes and the dropping of water in these drip tubes. The head consists of pumps to lift the water so as to produce desired pressure. Whatever the water which is lifted by these pumps, this water is applied to the root zone slowly. The lifted water is passed through the filtration unit fertilizer unit where it mixed with the fertilizer. It has a main pipe, sub-main pipe, and the diameter of the pipes are designed based on the water requirement. And even lateral pipes are very small sized pipes, and these pipes are of 1 to 1.25 centimeter diameter. The drip nozzle are also called the emitters or valves which are fixed on the nozzle. The drip nozzle are also called emitters or valves which are fixed on the nozzle. So this is the drip nozzle connected to the branch pipe. This is another view of drip nozzles. This is a layout of drip irrigation system in agriculture field. This is a main pipe. These are the lateral pipes. At each point where the plants are grown, the drips nozzles are provided. You can see the drip irrigation system in the agriculture field where the drip nozzle is used here. The water is made to fall drop by drop. Now coming to advantages of drip irrigation system. It saves about 40 to 70% of water when compared to conventional methods. ನೋಡಿ, ಕನ್ವೆನ್ಷನಲ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೇನು? ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಇರಿಗೇಷನ್ ಮೆಥಡ್. ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಇರಿಗೇಷನ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ಗೆ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಡ್ರಿಪ್ ಇರಿಗೇಷನ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮಲ್ಲಿ 70% ನಾವು ನೀರನ್ನ ಸೇವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಇಟ್ ರಿಡ್ಯೂಸಸ್ ಎವಾಪರೇಷನ್, ರನ್ ಆಫ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಪರ್ಕ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಟರ್. ಎವಾಪರೇಷನ್ ಲಾಸಸ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ರನ್ ಆಫ್ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಟರ್, okay, and uniform water distribution is possible because at each and every plant we are going to apply water. When you are going to apply water at each and every plant, so uniform water distribution is possible and no water logging here, right? Over irrigation is avoided. Unnecessary, you should not wet the soil, right? If you wet the soil unnecessary, there's a chances of weed growth. That weed growth is reduced here. No land leveling is required. Soil erosion is reduced. Nodi, soil erosion agadilla illi. Soil erosion is reduced. More area can be irrigated. Weed control is possible. Salinity control is possible. Less labor cost. Higher yield. Saves lot of energy. Energy can be saved. And uninterrupted cultivation is possible, right? What is this uninterrupted cultivation? Because we are not providing furrows or the levees on the surface. When you are not providing this furrows and levees on the surface, right, so the farm equipments can be easily made to move here, right? Because there is no need of providing these furrows because only pipes are there, right? So more area can be brought under irrigation by this method. Weed control is possible. How weed control is possible here? Since ಕಳೆಗಳು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದನ್ನ, since water is applied only on the root zone, right? We are not supplying water to any other place, only at the plant root zone we are applying, and hence unnecessary plant growth is reduced. Less labor cost when you compare to surface irrigation because it is entirely automized. Now disadvantages of drip irrigation system. ಏನೇನು disadvantages ಇಲ್ಲಿ? high initial cost, right? So initial cost is high because I have to purchase all those drips, the pipes, etc. The drippers are susceptible to blockage. Whatever the drippers we are going to provide, these drippers are susceptible to blockage because of bad quality of water. Blockages may take place. Whenever there is blockage, you have to remove the clogs, you have to clean it. High skill is required for the design, right? Whenever you want to design, the skilled labor is necessary. High skill is required for design, installation, and operations. So the farmer has to be educated properly. Some training has to be given for the farmer to operate this, to install this. Growth of trees, sometimes when you use this drip irrigation system for trees, the water drips into the root zone of these trees. Sometimes there is a chances of poor anchorage between the roots. Whatever the roots are present in the soil, if you continuously apply water, it should be controlled. The drip irrigation system, we have to control the amount of water to be provided to the trees. If it is not controlled properly, then all the root zone will get sweated, and because of this poor anchorage, there is a chances of toppling of trees. The tree may fall down because of high strong winds. Because the soil is loose now, continuously you are applying water only at that particular place. Because of this poor anchorage, the toppling of trees may take place during strong winds. These are another disadvantage of drip irrigation system. So we have discussed what is a drip irrigation system, different methods, layout of drip irrigation system. There is a layout of drip irrigation system, components of drip irrigation system. This is the drip nozzles, different types of drip nozzles, layout of drip irrigation system, advantage of drip irrigation system, and then disadvantage of drip irrigation system. Okay, thank you.